Engage is an educational rugby initiative that promotes the core values of the sport to young people.
A way in which we can put the 5 core values back into sport and into schools as the key driver for the measurement of success.
Looking at how values can overlay the teaching of rugby within schools, so looking at having a lesson where the children learnt about the value and then how they could relate that during a rugby lesson.
So the 5 core values that we support and promote are teamwork, respect, integrity, enjoyment and discipline. Those 5 values are core and fundamental to the whole programme and everything that we do. So when we go into the schools to deliver the programme, we do a value each week, 1 hour in the classroom with each child and all the whole class, and then they have 1 hour outside learning the game of tag rugby. We try and link with all the clubs locally and both governing bodies with the RFU, Rugby Football Union, and the Rugby Football League. Since WAS have moved here a couple of years ago, it's great to have a Aviva Premiership club in our city.
Community work is a really important part of what we do. Obviously we're rugby players first and foremost, but we have a responsibility, I think, in the community. Obviously we're trying to instill to them the values of rugby, but then also try and encourage as many people to pick up the game as possible.
We invite their players to our festivals. Players will go and visit schools, and really we're just trying to use them as inspirational role models to the young people.
My name's Luke Green, I'm the Rugby Development Officer for the RFU for North Warwickshire and Coventry. Our strategic focus is kind of developing rugby at under 13 to senior level. The values that Engage have are very similar to our core values that we embed throughout our game, and that's really important not only to us as professional staff but to make sure that the whole game on a community level buys into this, from those kids picking up a rugby ball for the first time at 6 and 7 to those guys who've been involved and girls who've been involved the game 20, 30 years. So having a programme like Engage who embed those core values early in primary school pupils' development, and the boys and girls, can only be to the benefit of the game, because we don't have just rugby players coming into the game, we have better people coming into the game, which is really important for our growth.
The values that rugby bring are very, very good values socially, and we're really trying to reinforce through the values programme how do they understand, know and celebrate these values at home, in school, whether when they're on the sports field playing rugby or whatever sport it might be, but also then back in their local community.
We're measuring and rewarding their ability to have teamwork, not their ability to win, their ability to show respect, not their ability to run the fastest. That's the bit that makes, I think, the difference. Is straight away the children see themselves as potentially successful in it, and as soon as children see that they can be successful in something, they engage better.
With the person next to you, just for a minute, discuss what you enjoy and why. I enjoy this because, and the reasons why you enjoy it, and then does it have an effect on others? It might have a really positive effect on somebody. It might make your mum and dad happy that you're doing it. Right, George's green team, here. Miley, here. Good, Jamie Lee's, pinks, here. No captains, you're all leaders on the pitch.
My name's Lucy Adamson, I'm in charge of the coaching academy at the local secondary school, Lincoln School. We have leadership programmes in school from year 9, so when they're 13, all the way up until year 13, which is when they're 18. They complete different qualifications, one of which is now contributing to the Engage programme, and they come and help out at festivals and also contribute to some of the primary school work as well. I think it really gives them practical experience, it makes them feel like they're achieving something, it gives them confidence. It also teaches them some of the values that Engage uses as well in the leadership, so it teaches them about respect, it teaches them about teamwork and enjoying a job, enjoying a role, and it makes them feel like a bit more worthwhile in the community and working with the local students.
Integrity is a great value to have, and the sort of line we use for that is, is doing the right thing even when no one's looking, and that can be really difficult, and it's actually the value that we've found the children react to and have learnt the most, because it's one they don't necessarily understand. We use an online monitoring system called Upshot, which we can track and monitor every individual pupil, and clearly measuring their educational attainment and their performance and seeing if that has improved by linking closely and working closely with the schools and the teachers. We also then look at what impact the program's had on their behaviour. We survey each pupil at the start in week 1, and we survey pupils right at the end of the programme as well.
It gives us a chance to actually look at the programme and how it works and the effect it's having on the kids that we're working with. All the data that's collected from the clickers comes to a central point. We can then analyse that and pull out specific gender specific, age specific, and also to do with the schools areas and where they're from, and see actually what impact the values are having on their behaviours, and we can also then feed that back to the schools as well.
Children are more articulate in the way they discuss their behaviours with their parents, and parents have noticed a difference.
On behalf of the City Council and the Coventry Sports Network that's responsible for the sports strategy, it's been hugely valuable. We've seen the number of children that have taken part in sport in the city. Festivals like today, the weekly coaching within schools is absolutely fantastic. The feedback that we receive from head teachers is how brilliant this programme is in the city and what an impact it's having in terms of the values, and that's something really important to Coventry and the residents that are here.
The Values programme is operating across 26 schools this year in Coventry. That'll hit roughly around just over 1,400 pupils, but we're looking to grow the programme longer term. Potentially we'd like to hit all 87 primary schools in Coventry, grow the programme to secondary schools level, key stages 3 and 4, ages 11 to 16, and then potentially replicate the model in other sports and potentially move further afield.